Hey, it's Julie. This first hack is an awesome way to hide stained nails or make your natural nails just look like false ones. Pour some of the white polish into the clear coat and give it a good shake. How much white you pour in is up to you and how milky you want the color. The more white you add, the more it'll cover the stains. The first coat will look just like base coat, but the second coat gives those nails a beautiful healthy look and disguises the stains. This stuff is pretty much just like tinted moisturizer, but for your nails. You've probably heard of using liquid latex around your nail as a nail polish barrier, but did you know you can also use it as a peel-off base coat? Just apply it to your natural nail as you would with a regular base coat and let it completely dry. It will dry kind of with a rubbery feeling. Then all you have to do is apply your color polish. But guys, be careful because latex allergies are pretty common, so don't do this if you're allergic. And when you're ready to remove it, all you have to do is peel it off. We all have those nail polishes in our collection that we need to throw away, but are just too rare and pretty to give up. I'll show you how to restore your old goopy polishes like new with these next two hacks. First, clean up the opening of the bottle with nail polish remover on a cotton ball. The hardened polish on the neck of the bottle keeps the lid from securely closing, which lets in air, and it's why the polish got goopy and thick in the first place. You can also clean out the inside of the brush handle with a Q-tip dipped in nail polish remover. So now your polish looks new, but now we gotta fix the formula. The biggest mistake you can make here is to pour nail polish remover into your polish to try to thin it out. It might work momentarily, but it will evaporate and cause your polish to get even thicker than it was before. Instead, use a nail polish thinner. I use a medicine dropper to add 10 to 20 drops, depending how thick it's gotten. Then I just give it a good shake and roll and test it out. It might take a couple tries to get the consistency right, but it's better to start off with small amounts of the thinner than to add too much. This next hack is an easy way to do gradient nails without needing a cosmetic sponge. You can actually use a tiny makeup applicator. Start off with a dry base color, then just apply a second color to the applicator and dab it over half of your nail. Then you can flip it over and add some of your original base color to diffuse the line. If you don't want to invest into a fancy cleanup brush, this next hack is for you. Tear off a small piece of cotton ball and dip it into some nail polish remover. Then wrap it tightly around the end of a toothpick, and you might need to dip it into the remover again. Now you have your very own cleanup tool that gets right into the edges of your manicure. If you've ever applied matte top coat and you know how it ends up super bumpy and streaky, here's an easy tip for you. Just apply a layer of regular top coat first to smooth out the surface, then apply your matte top coat. This will give you a smooth, flat surface so that the matte finish is more flattering. Number 8 is a hack for getting your glitter polishes completely opaque without having to apply 1,000 coats. Just apply the glitter to a cosmetic sponge and sponge it onto the nail. Here you see I've taped off my nail with some mini mani tape to save cleanup time, and you might need to do 2 or 3 coats, but the great thing about the sponge is that it absorbs the liquid from the polish and only deposits the glitter. I also like to run a toothpick around the nail to dislodge any stuck glitter, and that way you can easily remove your skin barrier. And don't forget to finish with a layer or 2 of top coat to add a gorgeous shine. In our last hack video, I showed you how to use stickers to make swatch labels for polishes. Well, here's another way. Take a plastic baggie and paint your polishes onto it in small squares. Do as many coats as you need to get the color nice and opaque. Then apply a layer of clear polish. When it's totally dry, you can find a corner and peel off the squares. Then I took a small hole punch and just started punching out circles. Now you can apply these on top of your polishes with a little bit of top coat. Sticking with our handy plastic bag, here's a cool hack for getting a water marble design without the water. Start by applying a big puddle of polish to the bag and start dropping in more colors to the center of the puddle as you would with normal water marble. Once you're happy with how many layers you have, you can use a tiny nail art brush to drag the layers into a design. Now let it dry completely, then apply a layer of top coat. Once that's dry, you can peel it off the baggie and apply it to a tacky coat of polish on your fingernail. Nail polish can also be used for crafty things like upcycling a pair of old, boring sunglasses. Just tape off the part you want to stay clean and apply a nail polish to the open spots. Here I'm just doing the top portion of the frames and I'm using a gold polish. Once it's dry, just remove the tape and you can scrape off any polish that may have leaked through. And last but not least, you can also use nail polish to patch worn out or scuffed faux leather. Here I'm using a nail polish color that matches my purse and I'm just applying it over the scuff. Then to match the finish, I applied a matte top coat after. Obviously, depending on your scuffs is how well this will work, but it definitely disguises it and it will keep it from getting worse. Pushing back your cuticles not only makes your manicure look cleaner, it also provides a smooth surface for your polish to adhere to. Instead of using a metal cuticle pusher, you can actually just use your fingernail. What I like to do is I take some oil and I rub it into my nails and I allow that to sit to soften. You can use any oil you'd like. I like to use coconut oil. Then with the thumbnail on your other hand, making sure it's clean, you can gently push back your proximal nail fold and scrape off any dead cuticle. This allows you to control the pressure and it's a lot gentler on your actual nail plate. Even with tons of practice, getting nail polish on your skin is inevitable. So save it on cleanup time by using a skin barrier. This is called liquid latex. You can paint it on your skin around your nail and wait for it to dry, and then after you polish your nails, you can remove it along with any mess you might have made. There are many different brands of liquid latex barrier out there. This particular one, once it's dry, you'll know it's dry because it goes translucent with a little bit of glitter. There are some out there that even change colors when they dry. One of the best hacks I've learned is to use a sponge to apply glitter polish so you don't have to keep applying layer after layer. The sponge will absorb the majority of the clear gloss that the glitter is suspended in, leaving just the glitter to transfer to your nail. Usually 1 or 2 passes of the sponge is all you need to get a perfectly opaque, glittery finish. And sticking with the sponge hacks, instead of using a new sponge every time you do the glitter hack or do a gradient, just take a pair of scissors and trim off the used part. You can easily get several more uses out of just one sponge. To give your manicure a salon quality finish, use an angled craft brush dipped in nail polish remover to go around the edges and clean up the polish. Neon nail polish is great, but for some reason it seems like it's always really sheer. So to fix this, try applying a layer of white polish first. Then add the neon polish over top. The white underneath instantly makes the color pop and more opaque. Sometimes you can even get away with just one coat of the neon polish. So you just painted your nails and you're waiting for your glossy top coat to dry, and you accidentally bump your nails and smudge your manicure. Don't panic. Quickly smooth the smudge down as much as possible with a light finger. Then use a brush dipped in nail polish remover to further smooth down the surface. Next, add a blob of the polish to the dented part of your nail, let it dry, then apply polish to the rest of the nail. Smooth out the surface with another layer of top coat and ta-da, good as new. Sometimes you need to remove your polish from 1 or 2 nails, but doing so risks messing up the other nails on your other hand. This interesting space-like tool is a cotton ball grabber. The prongs come out of the tool and grab onto a cotton ball. Then you can remove polish without messing any of your nails up. This is also great for stamping too when you clean your stamping plates. Another game-changing hack for me was learning how to make my own decals ahead of time using a plastic baggie. All you have to do is apply some top coat to the plastic bag and let it dry. Then paint the color polish on over top or a design, and once that dries, you can add another layer of top coat. Let it completely dry, and once it is, you'll know because it easily releases from the plastic baggie and you can peel it off. Cut it into any shape you want, and I adhere it with some top coat. I did stripes here because I think stripes are an easy way to glam up a plain manicure. One thing to note, the longer these stay on the baggie, the firmer they get, so I find it's best if you wait 30 to 40 minutes until they're fully dry. That way when you peel them off, they're more flexible and adhere to the shape of your nail better. This hack makes French manicures a complete breeze. First, apply white polish to the tip of your nail. You don't even have to be precise or clean about it. You can just slap it on there. Then take a small flat or curved brush and dip it into nail polish remover. Go along the edge of the white to thin it down and sharpen it, but make sure you're wiping your brush off on a paper towel during to prevent redepositing the color. Then apply a sheer pinky color and finish with top coat. This hack is an awesome way to get cool detailed nails with zero artistic skill needed. You can actually use regular water transfer fake tattoos, but you have to make sure you get some that are small enough to fit your nail. To apply them, just cut out the images you want to use and apply a wet towel to the back of the paper before putting it on your nail. This will soften the paper and help it curve and lay flat against the nail better. Then remove the plastic piece and hold the wet towel to the back of the image for 15 to 20 seconds. Then when you remove it, you're left with a super crisp design. Lock the tattoos in place with a layer of top coat, and that's it. So sometimes when I'm doing a design, I mess up and I need to remove polish from just one nail. But when I use a cotton ball soaked in nail polish remover, the acetone can get everywhere and all over the perfectly fine nails and ruin them. So to prevent that, I pinch a piece of the cotton ball between tweezers, that way my fingers never directly touch the acetone. This is an awesome way to clean off your nail stamping plates as well without messing up your progress. Before I do a design, I like to sketch it out first on a nail template. If you search nail practice sheet, you'll get tons of options for different nail shapes and forms that are printable. Just print one out that you like, and now you can test out all of your nail ideas beforehand. And when you're ready to try a design, you can DIY your own nail art mat by placing a large freezer bag over the practice sheet. You'll have to work backwards with the design, so apply your top coat first, then follow the print and finish with the color coat. Then once it completely dries, you can peel it off the plastic bag and adhere it to your nail with a layer of base coat. Trim and file off the excess decal, then finish with a layer of top coat. This next hack is a good way to upcycle any crazy colored 3D decor studs that you have into a cool bolted metal mani. First, apply a layer of base coat, then stick on some small round studs. Then once that dries, cover the nails and studs with a layer of metallic nail polish. You can finish with a top coat if you'd like, but this particular one dries to a nice metallic finish, so I left it at that. Gradient glitter nails look gorgeous for almost every occasion. Here's a foolproof way to get a perfect glitter gradient. Start with your base color. I'm using this gorgeous blue shade called Born to Rule by China Glaze. And after you've applied your base color, let it completely dry. Then, wipe off most of the product from your brush and carefully apply the most polish around the base of the nail and feather it down. You want the polish to be most concentrated toward the top, then get sparse as it descends. Now pour the loose glitter over the bottom of the nail and lightly tap it into the tacky polish. Then grab a fan brush and sweep the glitter down the nail to catch the sparse, wet patches. You can of course always do the gradient at the tips of the nails instead. Remove the excess glitter, then apply a nice thick layer of top coat to smooth everything out. Next, I'll show you how to remove dark pigmented polish like this without staining your skin or nails. Grab a cotton ball and saturate both sides of it with nail polish remover. Then hold the cotton ball on your nail for about 20 to 30 seconds. Now slowly wipe the cotton ball down the nail, only doing downward motions to prevent the color from getting all over your finger. Then flip the cotton ball over and remove any remaining polish with the clean side. And when I move on to the next nail, I'll use the cleaner side of the cotton ball to do the first removal swipe, then I'll get a fresh one. That way you're not redepositing any color back onto your finger. Sometimes though, your nails are just gonna get a little stained and yellow no matter how careful you are removing and if you wear base coat. For that, I like to use the toothpaste method, and I rub a little bit of whitening toothpaste on my nails and let it sit for about 10 minutes. You can also use your finger to lightly rub the toothpaste into the nail surface. Then just wash your hands and you'll definitely see a difference in the color. You really want to wear some red nail polish, but you reach for your base coat and you're out. Well, don't worry, you can actually use top coat and use that as a base coat and it works just as well. Remember those garage sale stickers from the nail art using household items video? You can use those or any sticker to make little swatch labels for your polishes to see how the color really looks. Just apply the polish to the sticker until it's opaque. You might need to apply a white base coat first and then let it dry. Once dry, run a toothpick around the edge to get a nice clean circle, then just peel them off and pop them on your polish. Now you know how the colors will look actually applied and dried. To make your own custom shade of polish, you can just mix a couple that you already own. This hack is great if you have a small collection or you really want to color coordinate your nails and an outfit. I like to use a plastic baggie or foil to mix the polish on. You can also mix up big batches using old bottles of nail polish. This next hack is also helpful if you're starting out and you don't have a lot of polish. You can actually just use eyeshadow. To do that, apply a white base to your nail and let it dry. Then take an eyeshadow and really start rubbing it into the nail. The purple I was going to use initially didn't look so cute on the nail, so I brought in a dark blue, and you can also layer up eyeshadows for a really cool effect. No dotting tools, no problem. You can use tons of items you can find around the house to create perfect dots, like a toothpick, an ink pen, and even the clicky end part of an ink pen. The end of the pen creates big dots, while the tip of the pen makes super delicate tiny dots. After you apply your polish, always make sure to drag just a little bit of color along the free edge of your nail. This will cap the color in and make it look more professional, as well as make your mani last longer. I'll show you how to DIY striping tape using regular tape and nail polish. Tear off a piece of Scotch tape and stick one side to a bottle of polish or the edge of a book and the other side to a surface. Then paint on thin coats of color to the non-sticky side. Let it completely dry, then you can cut it as thin or as thick as you want and pop it onto your nail. Make sure you seal it in with a top coat to keep it in place. Have you ever worked really hard on a nail design just to bump it and smudge everything? Well, here's how to fix even the biggest of smudges. Grab a Q-tip and dip it into some nail polish remover. Then begin carefully pushing the polish back towards the bald spots and try to smooth down the polish as much as you can, but don't scrub it away. You want the surface to be as even as possible. Then just go over the entire area or the nail with one more coat of the color and finish with another layer of top coat to smooth out the surface. You can paint pretty much any design you want on a plastic baggie and make it your own decal. This is great for those of you who have shaky hands. Just paint on your design with polish, then apply a little clear coat over top and let it completely dry. And once it's 100% dry, you can find an edge and peel off the DIY decals. Then just apply them onto your nail over wet polish. And here's an oddball hack for you that isn't super nail related, but it is using an important nail supply. You can actually clean up smudges off the soles of your shoes with nail polish remover. Just apply some remover to a cotton ball and rub the smudges away. They come off super easily and fast with nail polish remover. This next hack is a must try if you love using 3D nail decor. You can buy fancy wax pencils to pick up rhinestones, or you can use a colored pencil or crayon. They're pretty much the same thing. Just push down on the rhinestone with the pencil or crayon and the waxy texture will grab the rhinestone. And last but not least is a hack I use weekly to get healthy looking hands. Apply a generous amount of lotion to your hands and massage it in as normal. Then grab some plastic gloves and put them on your lotioned hands. It might feel a little weird, but trust me, it's worth it. Let your hands soak for as long as you can, then when you remove the gloves, you'll be left with a super supple skin.